Hello there, I'm back. I want to talk about life, about everything, universe. You see, we are all matter. We are the universe. Can you imagine that? You and me, right now, we're materia. And what I want to come to is that look at a plant. You put a plant in the earth and it grows and it becomes a tree, a flower, let's say a tree. Then that plant grows and it go out in different branches, different ways, and I see humanity as that. We are all, first of all, we are all equal from the beginnings. And for the second part, we are all relatives. If you don't believe in evolution, you will not get this. But if you believe in evolution, you see that we're all from the same species. And you see all the species around us, like fish. How many people think about fish as an animal, But because we fish it, but we will never fish a seagull or some bird, standing there with a rod and you're fishing a bird. I come get my worm. No. But if we all understand that we all belong, we all coexist in this noisy place on earth, and we have hundreds of thousands of people's DNA and what they've been through in you. You are a result of all your ancestors. That's you. It's magical because you inherent, even if let's say they've been hard worker. Why do we have muscles? Because our ancestors has been hard working. So it just goes on, like a river, like a flow. We have their DNA in our bodies. We have their memories synced in ourselves, in the DNA. It's beautiful. When you realize this, you think, why is there war when this is how it is? Why do we hate each other, loot each other? Why do we fight over a piece of land? Why should we do that to each other? It's insane. You know what? I tell you, I was really interested in military technologies before, all kind of weapon systems, and I was kind of a little bit military geek on a novice level. But now see, I never liked war, but I'm interested in it. How can human do that? The psyche, how it works, everything. It's interesting. But war, it's the lowest form that we can do to each other. Because what we do to the ones we love, the ones we kill, we'll get killed. Friends of you will get killed in wars. There's people, they had nothing, most people have nothing to do with it. There's some people in power that decide that we want war. Some because they can benefit from it in certain ways, some because they want a piece of land, they want to show their strength, their power, and there's civil war conflicts that happens for many reasons, turmoils, wrong country, and wrong country, if I say so. No countries mentioned. No, but it's like, and I think if you look historically, there have been less wars over the last 70 or 50 years. There have been less war. Can you imagine? How many wars there was before that? When we watch news, what do we see? We see shit. We see the horrible. That's what they write about. That's what gets people attention. So we think that the world is all fucked up and crazy, but you tell me, I tell you, it ain't. We see tremendous growth in solar power, in sun power, in charging battery charging power. Tesla, we see a lot of electric cars on the street. Things are happening, man. We are adapting. And we are adopting our DNA for the next generation. And I tell you that the world has actually been better. This corona, I don't want to talk much about it, but that have happened before through the centuries. So that's just a minor setback for us right now. And I know you're all, many people, you are alone, you're at home, you don't feel good, you know, you can't go meet your work colleagues. I understand that's tough. And that leads to addiction, you know. People sitting home, they're drinking, they're depressed. Some, it just goes fine. It's nice to work from home. I can take a walk, a stroll in the park, you know. But some people, they have gambling, gaming issues, and alcoholism. And when, you know, you're sitting home, you can go, you know, you don't have to show you to colleagues. There's also a big problem, you know. It's not just, well, people are dying. That's the biggest problem, and people get really sick of it. But now the vaccine has been distributed. Unfortunately, not to the amount that I wanted they will send to Africa. I mean, they said some country like, oh, you got 1,700 doses. I mean, come on. Goodwill, thank you. It's smack in the fucking face, you know. No, but my point is, I forgot my point. No, I don't. My point is, brothers and sisters, let's strive for a better future, you know. And through the ages, we have always complained. That's part of human nature. We have always complained. But I tell you, we are on a better path. Because the young people, like Greta Thunberg, a fucking hero in my opinion. And, you know, in the future to come, she will become a legend. Like Mother Teresa, like, I don't know any more legends. Except me. No, but seriously, I think that this young generation, they are aware. They have been hearing about this climate crisis since they were born. But my generation, 30 and up, 40, 50, they started talking about it. Well, they had talked about it for a long time, but it never like went out to the public, to the media. But it was in the 90s, late 90s, early 2000 when it started to, you know, happen things. We started to realize that what the fuck are we doing to our planet and to ourselves and to all the animals in it and to all the species that live here. You know, the ocean has, has absorbed 60% of all the carbon monoxide. I don't know the word in English. Yeah, greenhouse gases. The oceans has absorbed 60% since the start of the Industrial Revolution, and the seas are getting sour, and it's changing the fishes. They are harder to live. It changes the coral reef, you know. But this generation, I've heard this since they were 0. You know, but we haven't. Come on, you know. But they are worried. They care. They do care, and they are trying to change something about it. But we older people, a little bit stubborn, we more tend to go in comfortable, you know. But we should think about that. I think that's really important. It's not important just because the water will rise, because they will lead to more wars, more droughts, more famine, more everything, hurricanes. And you know, I don't want this generation, mine or old or younger, to be through that, because that's hell. It's almost like war. Fucking a hurricane, you know, comes in, takes everything away. Not so nice. Okay, I've spoken enough now, but I think this was a really interesting topic, and I hope you liked it. And good night or goodbye.